let's take a look at search and replace inside a file in Linux. I'm going to open up my terminal here, and I'm going to go into work. Okay, there's nothing there. I'm going to do the same thing, go into work. You see there's nothing there. Well, let's create a file by just putting something into it. Now, if I were to echo foo me here, okay, I'll see that here in the terminal. Well, I'm going to put that into some file. Now, I can press up in Linux to go back to what I was just before. But instead of seeing it in the terminal, I'm going to redirect that to a file. We'll call it file. Yeah, we'll just call it file. It can be anything, okay? There it is. Now, if I type ls, there's the file we just created. We originally had nothing. Now we've got a file, and there's the file. If I double-click on this, I should open this up, and there's fumi here, right there. See? And I can also see the contents of that file if I type cat file. There it is, fumi here. Okay, so we know it's in the file from the editor here. We know it's in the file from the cat here. And now we can search and replace. Normally, we take our text editor, in almost any text editor, including Windows, we do Control H, Control H for find and replace. All right, well, I'm going to type foo and replace it with bar. Okay, we'll click replace all. Now watch the foo right here. Replace all. There it is. Okay, now notice the star, meaning I haven't saved the changes. So if I were to run cat file, I'm still going to see foo because I haven't saved it yet. So now I'm going to click Control S for save. Oh, excuse me, I have to go click there to save. I can't save this window. That's how this editor works. Okay, so if I press cat file, now I've got bar me here, bar me here. Foo and bar is what we use in Linux, just like it's John Doe and Rick Rowe in law. Okay, well, I'm going to change this back by doing bar to foo, replace all, save it, cat file, okay, foo me here. We're going to do the same thing we just dealt with here, but from the terminal using sed. So, here's the way. Sed I search for foo, replace with bar. That's it. And what are we doing this to? We're doing it to file. Now, I'm typing file here because that's the name of it. That's the name of the file. That's the name of the file we're using here. That's the name of the file we created up here. Okay, that's why I'm saying file. File could be anything. All right, so here we go. No, I'm going to close this out. We don't need to search and replace with that anymore. I'm going to press enter. Here we go. Now watch this. When I click here and get it, the text editor, it's going to give me that warning. See? There's our orange warning. Hey, something changed. Yeah, something changed. Right there changed to something in file. I'm going to click reload. Watch the foo change to a bar. Here goes. There it became a bar right there. That was our change. Look at that. In fact, why is it highlighted? Because I still have the find and replace on. So if I were to get rid of that and then close this, well, now the bar shouldn't be there anymore. Oh, maybe it's this. Control F for find. All right, escape to make the find go away. All right, now our little annoying orange thing is gone. Which is that's the thing. That was just our search results highlight. Control F is search and find. Control H is find and replace for many, many text editors. And the way to make this go away is just escape. The way to make your search bar go away is with escape. This is many text editors, including VS Code. Well, I can change my bar back to foo, sed I, search bar, replace with foo. That's it. In file, go again. Okay, click here. See the changes. Bar is going to change to foo. Reload. It's not highlighted because there's nothing. We're not searching for anything. Okay, Control H. There's no search results. Okay, so that's what we're looking at now. Let's just say one other thing about this. What if I were to have two foos? Okay. In fact, let's make a couple lines here. Foo me there. Foo me a foo everywhere. Okay, so we got a few lines here and a few foos to work with. We've got 3 lines and 4 foos. If I were to run this, I'm using the up arrow to go back. If I were to do that, watch what happens. Okay, reload, reload. Change the bar, but only the first one on each line, okay? It didn't change the foo to the bar the second time it showed up. That's because sed needs a special setting. So what? Let's cat this. Let's just have a look at it in the terminal. Okay, the same thing we see here is the same thing we see in the terminal. Okay, it's again doing stuff through the terminal, right? Very easy. I'm going to change this bar back to a foo. In fact, let's have some fun with it. I'm going to make this a bar and edit it manually. There we go. So it's manual. It's there. Okay, watch. In fact, let's cat the file to see. Okay, see the change is there, right? Okay, I'm going to change this bar back to a foo. Here we go. Change it. Now I'm going to click and reload. You see, it changed the bar, but not the foo. Not the second one. Not the second one, only the first. And if I cat the file, again, it didn't change the second one. So how do I change every one of these? I'm going to do sed I, but I have to add this little G on the end for global. And then it will change every instance. Now, let me make sure I get this right here. Okay, so I'm going to save that. All right. And now I'm going to press G here for global. And now, watch the reload. Every foo, both foos, watch them. Reload. Every foo became a bar because I used G. So if I were to cat the file, again, now everything became bar because I used G. So if we were to change again bar back to foo, this won't make it work. It won't do every one. We've got to do the G for global, not just the first one in the line, every one. There you go. Again, reload, every foo, and cat file, every foo. Now that could be handy for some coding. You might have a word appear at the beginning of a line for some special reason, and you only want to change the first time it appears. Okay, this is useful. But we just use the terminal to do a search and replace in a file. Now, here's one of the advantages of Linux. What if we had a whole bunch of files? Say we had thousands and thousands and thousands of files with foo and bar we had to change. You're using Windows. How do I go through and change all those? Well, in Linux, it's easy. We go like this. Okay, these are all foo, right? Go like this. In fact, watch this. Cat, let's do star. Here they come. It's going to put all of them in the terminal. Look at that. Look at all those. It showed us the contents of every single file, which they're all the same. They're all foos. See all those foos? If we go run our foo global, not on file, but on star, which means everything, it's going to edit every single one of those. Press enter. This one changed. All of them changed to bar. Any one of these will show that it's changed to bar. Every single one of these. Okay. And if I type cat star, which is everything, they all change to bar. Linux is very powerful for doing a lot of stuff on the computer if you're not afraid of the terminal. And you don't need to be. You don't need to be.